Hey everybody, it's Heidi from Cowtown Colorworks, and today's Sunday, the 20th of September. Heidi Knits 14 on Ravelry and Blue Eyed Knitter on Instagram.
I'm Lori from My Cat Pearl on Instagram and Ravelry. We're coming back from the basement / craft emporium. The mecca of all crafting takes place in my basement. I feel like Wayne's World. Every time I do this, I'm like, Wayne's World. Because after they do, okay, I have wind hair. We were at a wool gathering outside. Beautiful day. Lots of fun was had by all. We'll get into that in a little while. Working on anything?
Yeah. Oh, I finished that one, should I?
Well, your name is Heidi Knits 14.
Yeah, I finished a knit. Obviously didn't weave in an end.
Just hide it.
Put that on for you. These are the Birder Mitts by Alana Dacos.
Beautiful.
And you can see it's like a plant motif. So I have cast on number 2. Didn't get very far though.
Sure didn't.
And so that's a half finished object, I suppose.
Half. Or a hoe, as they call it. What am I working on? I'm not really actively knitting a lot right now. I'm not sure. Something's happening. Who knows? But I am working on my. It's going to be a double wrap cowl. Button's going to be involved somehow. I don't know. It's not really a pattern. I just kind of am doing a little seed stitch action here. And this is Fog by Guy That Knit Picks. It's chroma, single ply, worsted weight, shades of gray. It goes kind of from a dark brownish into different shades of gray and just repeats itself, kind of a modified gradient. Super squishy yarn. It's going to be very warm. I'm going to make a double wrap cowl, I believe.
What's it made of again?
It's 100% worsted weight.
What content? If you said it, I wasn't.
Merino, I believe.
I feel like I'm zoning.
I think it's merino.
Made me tired.
Yeah, there was a lot of walking. It is chroma worsted, 70 wool, 30 nylon. It doesn't say what type of wool. It feels like worsted, but I mean, I don't know. Who knows? So there's some nylon in it, which is nice because I think it'll give it some stretch and some durability, although I'm not sure how much action my neck is going to get. But you never know. It's winter, cold road. Things happen. It's cold. So I'm working on this, and I've determined why I don't like working with single ply. And I don't know if it's just me, but it just forever is twisting up on itself. This one was getting really knotty, the ball that it comes in, so I ended up just wrapping it into a ball. This is my work knitting. I do it at lunch. I gave up knitting on the bicycle because I've moved to the treadmill. I can't walk and knit and listen to my iPod, so I just walk on the treadmill or the elliptical or something. But
it just occurred to me I'm a horrible podcaster because every week I tell you what I'm knitting and I never say what it's made of.
I'm not judging.
Where it came from.
I can't remember the date ever.
I don't know.
Okay, well, what is that beautiful yarn
totally
you're working
want to
with?
put my head down and go to sleep right now.
We're not.
This is DK weight. Sorbet is the colorway.
Yes.
It's merino nylon Selena blend.
Cowtown Colorworks. Yes. Word. She's tired. I'm delirious.
I'm so tired.
Yo.
I'm so tired. Okay, so this is what I've mostly been working on. Also,
so pretty.
By Cowtown Colorworks, which is showing up so green on here, but it really isn't as green.
Not as green.
So there's a lace panel, which I finished. I'll show you. Try and stretch it. Yeah, you can see it there. So I love the pattern. Oh, there you can see it well.
That's really pretty.
And then there's a knit on or applied border that goes after the lace panel. So
could you have kept doing the lace panel to make it bigger?
Yeah, I probably
or maybe the solid center?
Oh yeah, I could have kept going. I could have made either one longer. I just didn't know how far the yarn would go. But I actually do have a lot left over. This is a fingering weight. I think it's an 80/20 and gold stellita.
Yes.
Blend. Desert Vintage is the name of the colorway. So it's got blues and pinks.
It's really pretty.
Burnt orange
little
in there.
rusty color going on.
Yeah, and kind of like an oatmeal-y type background. But the blue is Road to China Light in their sapphire colorway. And I'm hoping, I don't know, maybe I'll weigh this when I get halfway, because I don't know if I have enough to make it.
Is this
the whole way?
So what I would do is weigh it now.
Yeah.
Do a couple rows, weigh it again, and then you'll know.
I believe it was a 50-gram ball, so it was under 200 yards on the skein.
Okay.
So I don't know. But if I don't have enough, can I bring that? So another idea, and I don't know how it would look, was to do a third on each end of this blue, and then this pink
in the middle.
2/3 of it in the middle.
But when you're wearing it, you don't really get a full sense of. It's not like it's laying out flat. You're gonna get all kinds of color. And I think it's gonna be really pretty either way. I love that lace. I may have to do that for my Christmas scarf.
Do it. This is the Darjeeling shawl by Joan Forgione. It is in interweave knits, but it's also a pattern on Ravelry. It's in the fall 2013 issue. No, I'm sorry, spring 2013 issue.
And it's almost see-through, so she blocks the heck out of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to block it because you bind off the body of it already. So, I don't know. That obviously isn't going to stretch that much that way. But this will stretch a little more, and then it'll be, you know, the length of the border, the lace panel, and then the body.
And I really want a Christmas shawl, and I thought that would look so pretty in like a green, red, and white. Like do the green on the solid, do the white of that lace, and then red as the...
You know, a lot of people talk about or say that they don't like variegated yarns for lace because it doesn't show the pattern very well, but I think once blocked out, this will be really nice, especially if you wear it over a solid shirt.
Right. That's really pretty.
It'll be nice. It's like little flowers there.
I like it a lot. I think it's pretty.
Thank you. So that's pretty much all I've been working on. I worked a little bit on my enchantment shawl, a few more repeats of the repeats that never end.
I really want to sing that song, but I won't.
I know. You can go ahead. I hear it in my head as I'm knitting it.
This is the shawl that never ends.
But yeah, it too has a pretty lace border.
I think it looks pretty in the variegated, but I like variegated yarn.
This is a tweed. I love tweed.
I feel like I'm traditionally a Libra, and so making decisions is hard. And I feel like with variegated, I get everything I want, all in one skein. But you know, who knows?
That's it. That's all I got.
What do I have? I only have one other thing I'm actively working on. I did make a new bag. This is actually it's a sample swatch. I had some leftovers. I made some Halloween bags for our Etsy store, and I really wish this is cat eyes. I kind of wish it glow in the dark. I don't think it does. It looks like it should because they're yellow, but I took it in the bathroom and shut the lights off to get it. But I am working on my sweater, or vest, I should say, by Veronique somebody, and I forgot the book. Avery, right? I think so, yes. It's the grandfather's vest, and I have a long time to talk about this, let me tell you. So I cast on the last time, so that was 2 weeks ago, and got to work in, and I got about, I don't know, an inch in, and realized that I had horribly twisted at some point. You know, obviously when I connected the two, I twisted it pretty bad. So I had to rip it out, and I started again. So I'm just doing the 2x2 ribbing, but I think you're getting a kind of a good sense of this color. It's black and browns together, and it's really pretty. So the 2-inch 2x2 rib, and then I'll start the never-ending knitting to get up to the waist decreases, which I'll do higher on myself just because on my body I need them higher up for my shape. So I'll kind of figure that out, and then it's a casting on because it's a vest. It's a pullover vest too, so there's not any arms involved. It's a V-neck, there's a buttonhole, and then it just connects at the top.
Is there like ribbing on the...
There's ribbing around the arms, and there's ribbing, but I feel like it's going to be not real ribbing. I think it looked like in the picture, I haven't read that far ahead, but it looked like knitted pearl rows. because they're vertical opposed to the horizontal, like the 2x2s, the knitting and purling. So it's going to be this sideways. I'll figure it out when I get
just
there.
the way you pick up the sleeves that it looks like.
Well, there shouldn't be any picking up because I'm going straight up. I'll split for the neck and split for the arms.
Oh, okay.
And then it comes back together, and I believe you graft it at the shoulders.
Okay.
It's kind of how I'm thinking. I read ahead a little bit, but sometimes I get a little overwhelmed. So
you don't put any, like, sleeve stitches on
I don't believe
so.
Okay.
I
I get a little overwhelmed with it if I try to read ahead. I do have a lovely hole here. I'm using my knit picks, size US 4s, interchangeables. And when I was knitting around, the wood separated from the metal. And I lost, about 10 stitches fell off. And when I went to pick them up, I picked them up, and there's just going to be a little bit of an issue with the purling and the knitting. But somehow I got a hole. So I'll fix it. It's not a big deal. I'm not that concerned. It's a huge garment. One little hole is not a big deal. I'll fix it at the end. But so I did get some new. Then I'll try to repair these. At some point I'll fix them. I do like the needles now that I had those little grippy thingies to make them stay, which I'm only having to repeat that little process. I think your husband's here.
Upstairs.
Husband is here, so we'll be quickly today anyway. And we're freezing. It's one of these 60-degree overcast, windy, sunny kind of days. So you're hot, you're cold, you're hot, you're cold. So it's a tea day. On that. So we were outdoors. It's a fun little wool gathering. If you're from Ohio or this area, I'm sure you're aware of what it is, but it's at a dairy, Young's Dairy in Yellow Springs, Ohio. We have quite a bit of vendors, a lot of spinning, a lot of weaving.
4 or 5 tents?
Yeah, 4 or 5 tents. Of course, there's ice cream. They had some animals. We saw some llama, those are typical sheep, some Angora rabbits. Very nice people. Heidi was good.
That's good. I didn't buy any yarn.
She did not buy any.
I'm really trying to save up.
Right.
Spending money.
Well, yeah.
And I have so much yarn. I really need to
knit what you have.
What I have.
I mean, I have a fair amount of yarn. I don't have a huge stash by any stretch of the imagination, but I have a lot of sock weight yarn. So when we went today, my goal was to not buy sock weight yarn. I wanted some DK, some worsted, something other than sock weight. So what I found, well, first of all, I'll just tell you what I bought, my new enhancements. I bought some Chiagu. I
hear people say Chiagu.
Bamboo, size 4 on a 32-inch cable to finish. So I'm going to transfer the sweater over onto these until I can figure out what I'm going to do with those needles. It's not a big deal. Same thing. And then I bought, hold on to your hat, size 50. This is full on Dracula killing. What is it? What do you do when you...
Vampire killing?
Yeah,
Steaks?
vampire steak.
You drive that through someone's heart?
US size 50, 25 millimeter. Let me tell you, this thing could cause some damage. I would never get on the airplane with this. Oh, I need to bring up my hospital thing too. But anyway, it kind of feels weird. Feel that. Some kind of film
Watch
monitor.
what you're doing there. You think we might get an X rating, dear?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, they're huge. Because I'm gonna make the Claire shawl from Outlander. Cowl, the round one. And it needed size US 50, so they were actually $13. And they're knit. Okay, these are Knitter's Pride. Is Knitter's Pride from Europe? And Knit Pro is from the US, or
yes.
Vice versa? So
I think it's vice versa.
Are Knitter's Pride. Same company. And they're very sharp. Let me tell you, feel that. They're sharp. I'm not splitting yarn with these bad boys, and I can protect myself. Just saying. So, a little side note, because I can do that. I'm a chatter. My mom needed to go to the hospital the other morning, just for a little quick check. And we went to a different one we don't normally go to. We're actually very lucky in Columbus, and there's many quality hospitals. But the James is here in Ohio, and that's a renowned cancer hospital. So that's where we decided to go. Took her in, and they have security. I'd never been there before, but I bring my knitting because sometimes hospitals can be a lot of waiting, sitting waiting, and helps me not be so stressed out. So I get there, and we're getting ready to go through security, which is typical. And he takes my knitting, and he's like, "You can't bring this in." I'm like, "It's knitting."
No, but he full on searched your bag.
Oh yeah, he was in my bag pulling stuff out. And when I go, my mom has like a breathing machine. We have to take that, her stuff. I mean, I look like a pack mule. It's ridiculous. So he's going through everything, and he's like, "These are wood." I'm like, or these are metal. No, they're wood. First of all. So, end story. I had to like gate check my knitting and get it on my way back out, which I was kind of irritable about, but whatever.
I don't know.
Well, and they explained it. It's a state hospital, like it's state funded, and so prisoners.
My husband talking so loud up there.
He's a boy, and that's what they do. Prisoners, psych patients, they just don't want knitting needles. I'm like, these are not hurting anybody, but whatever. So that was my learning of the day. They confiscated my knitting, and I was very frustrated about that. So anyway, making the clear. It's huge. So I bought alpaca. This is the squishiest, softest alpaca. It's natural fibers, and this is a dark gray and a brown spun together. It's commercially spun, but it is natural. 600 yards. I don't know that it actually said what the weight is of the yarn. I'm going with a fingering. Maybe a DK?
I think DK.
You think it's DK? Okay. So the shawl calls for chunky or super chunky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin a whole 3 skeins together. And it's going to be like 30 yards short. So I think I'll do is just
have to just check your gauge. Make sure you're getting the gauge they want you to get. And
I don't know what I would do. I have a size 50 needles, and I got I think what I would do is end up, because honestly, it's just garter stitch, and then it's hand seamed together. So it's big. But I can reduce the length of it this way to make it longer. And I have a shorter neck, so I don't really feel like that would be an issue. My cupcake, she's making it with me, so we're gonna do this as Thanksgiving. She bought some. Cupcake is my niece.
I wouldn't know what that meant.
She is my cupcake. On my phone, when she calls me, it's the strawberry shortcake cupcake song that plays. So she's my cupcake, and she is going to knit them with me. We're both gonna knit. She's gonna borrow Heidi's size 50, I think. Yeah. And we're gonna make.
Remind me next time. Bring them over.
I will. We don't need them until Thanksgiving. We're gonna knit them at Thanksgiving and make it our little project. I can't imagine it taking more than a couple hours. I mean, it's chunky and it's just straight knitting. I mean, maybe it will, but we'll get it done. And then I bought what I thought in the dark tint was gray, shades of gray. No, I'm home and this is not gray. It's green. It's okay. It's called Ladies and Gents. It's opal sock yarn. It's very pretty. I love green, so it's not even a problem for me. It's just funny because I've so tried to buy shades of gray to make a 50 Shades of Grey scarf just because I think it's funny. And twice now I've bought it and it's not been gray. The other one was more brown. This is straight up green. I don't care. It's pretty, and I will make a scarf or shawl or something. I really have a hard time buying expensive sock yarn and making socks. I'm not gonna lie. But anywho, I have opal. Because now I have this one, and I have a Halloween one too that I got at another time. So I got that and this, and then the other purchase I made. I'm gonna try this whole drop spindle thing again. Is I got this it was sold by the ounce, so I bought 2 ounces. It's merino, and I'm gonna conquer the merino. It is so pretty. It's like burgundies and navy blue and red and greens. I feel like this is what County Fair looks like. The couple of ones that we bought before it's bound up. wound up.
I'm trying to keep myself from not yelling up the stairs to my husband to shut up.
Oh,
because
he
I
can't
hear him
help
talking
it.
so loud.
So I'm going to take off that other mess that I was working on, call it a day, and I'm going to conquer 2 ounces and see what I come up with. Because I really like this color. It's so pretty. She just had, where did I get it? I have her card. I bought this from Noah's Landings, Knitting, Yarns, Supplies, and Classes. And I don't know where they're from. But she had, let's see if you can see that. There we go. She had all kinds of, I guess bulk is the only way to describe it. And it was really inexpensive. It was, and I feel like for practicing, I don't need to be buying expensive stuff. So it made me happy that I only had to spend $5 and I have a better, it's practice. Yeah, it's practice fiber. I don't want to get expensive stuff and waste it and ruin it if I don't figure this all out. So it was a fun time.
I had fun too, even though I didn't buy anything, but I always just like seeing
feeling, what's out there,
touching all the wool. There was some really cute things though.
There was. I found it a lot of weavers, a lot of spinners. There was a woman there. We got to try out a manual sock machine. It was like, she said it was over 100 years old.
Yeah, antique.
It was the coolest thing, and I don't even know how to explain it, but it's just this round barrel with some teeth, and you just crank like this, and the needles go around. Yeah. And she was showing us how to make a heel.
Yeah.
She makes short row heels and then goes back to knitting. It was interesting.
She said it makes her an hour to make a pair of socks.
A pair. I know. It's like crazy. She said there's a company in Wisconsin. Don't ask me the name. I don't know. But they're recreating this machine. Yeah. But I feel like I've heard people talking about it before.
I've seen her. She's always at that show.
She?
Mm-hmm. Every year she's at the show, but she usually has such a crowd around her.
Right. It's very fun.
Yeah.
Sarah got to try it, and we brought little Addison with us. My little junior knitter. She's going to learn it one day. Yes.
Because she loved everything.
She did. She was squeezing the Charmin. Don't squeeze the Charmin.
Some guy did yell. I don't know if he was serious or not.
That was at the spindles.
Yeah.
They're wood. I don't know.
That. They're dangerous.
Don't touch it. They're dangerous. That's okay. I mean, at the end of the day, we didn't buy anything from him. I mean, if you are that sensitive about your wood, she wasn't harming anything. She was touching it.
Yeah. I thought maybe you were just trying to be mean. Like, he was getting around trying to be stern because, what was it going to do? Jump out and bite her?
I don't know. Splinters?
There's nothing dangerous about a spindle on the table, right?
No. But generally, everybody was super nice.
Yeah. That's not what you said.
There
said, what's in the water today? Everyone's
grumpers.
mean.
That is true. I guess that's true. A lot of grumpers, but it was Sunday and maybe they had a busy day. I don't know, but there was some grumpers. Grumpy people,
grumpy vendors.
Grumpy vendors. Some really grumpy vendors, which was odd. I've never experienced that.
Usually people are very happy.
Yes. But maybe yesterday was super busy. Do we have any more festivals this year? There's that one up in Ashland.
Yeah. It's in October.
But maybe we need to just save up and do the Maryland Sheep and Wool.
I think we do.
All right, we're going to save up and do the Maryland Sheep and Wool. And I think we're going to record from there too. But that's March, not far away. We'll have to book a hotel, and then we can do our own little yarn crawl at all the Washington, D.C. yarn stores, because that kind of makes me happy. And we can look for your Regia. Which, we had Regia there today. There was some opal, but there wasn't even a huge selection of that either. So I don't know. Maybe everything sold out yesterday. I don't know.
I might tear this out. Something just seems really weird.
She's broken it.
Right there.
You made a hole.
I don't know if I dropped a stitch or in between the two needles. It looks weird. Look at that.
It's pretty big.
Yeah, it's weird. Probably gonna end up ripping that out.
I ripped out a whole sock. A whole sock? It's in timeout right now. But I have my Dr. Seuss socks to work on, and then I do want to knit some. I want to knit a Christmas shawl pretty bad. I really love Christmas and really wanting a green, red, and white. Mostly green because I already have 3 balls of green. And I'll pick up a red and white, and maybe I'll make that shawlette. That would seem to go really fast for you.
Oh yeah, it is. And I think because I love the yarn too.
Right.
Because I wanted to keep seeing how the colors would knit up.
That could be totally work yarn though. Work knitting until I got to the lace part.
Plus complete garter stitch.
Right, and I would make that bigger.
Until you get to the lace.
Because I have, let's see, it's not this skein, but it's this Knit Picks Stroll. Maybe I won't have, yeah, I do, because I have 3 skeins in Christmas green. It's 231 yards. So that's 600 yards of the green. So even if I did 2 full skeins of it.
I don't think I even used 300 yards for the body and the lace panel.
So if I went and did 2 skeins for just the body, and then the 3rd skein,
that would be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to
now,
see.
It's a lot that
lace applied border.
Yes.
Applied border. Got it.
I think I might wear it burns lately.
Oh, it's okay.
So
I need some ginkgo. How about your iron level? Where's that at?
Last
B12.
time it was checked, it was okay.
You had your B12? B12?
Yeah.
That affects your memory.
I think it's lack of sleep because we have a new puppy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I had the puppy last time we podcasted. But he's a lab and Rottweiler mix.
Is that 36 minutes or 26?
26, I believe.
26.
Yeah.
Our microphone is messing with our timer.
New puppy's like a new baby.
We have a new puppy. No, I
Not
don't.
full-time new puppy.
No, sure don't. Luna!
You can have mine full-time for a little while.
Luna, you come see me! We're gonna borrow dogs. This is gonna be our new thing. We have dogs. Luna Lou! This is my new great my new great dog, Luna! She's cute. She's looking at her mommy.
She's looking a little like the mad scientist right now.
She's a little crazy.
Look at her little puppy eyebrows.
Who's that? She is so cute. She's a Chi. Chi? Says mommy. She loves her mommy. She's a good dog. She comes to visit. She's 4 months old now. The cat's not impressed. Not gonna lie, but we love her. And that's okay. She comes to visit.
No, can't have my teeth. It's pumpkin spice.
Oh no. All right, let's put you down. Say bye.
Bye bye.
She's so cute. My cat probably weighs twice what she weighs. I'm not lying. And he just looks at her like, really? And she wants to play. She's all about, come play with me. Come play. And he's like, no. He doesn't want any part of it. We need to bring Cooper over.
Yeah.
We'll bring Cooper on next. Cooper's a chocolate lab?
He's, no, black lab.
Black lab?
He's mostly black lab and supposedly Rottweiler, but I also know he's black lab. No, he's totally black.
Are you sure
You
I
need
saw
to come
your
back
dog?
over and
I
see
gotta
him.
come back over. He looked brown to me. Maybe I wanted him to
He
be
has
brown.
one little white paw. And that's about it.
So cute.
He is. He's a good puppy, but he is,
Chewing?
he's chewing. He's just not, he was very cautious in the beginning, and now he's just thinks he owns the place, and he's everywhere, and
And everything.
yeah, and when he wants to play, he wants to play. He keeps wanting to play with the cats, and I feel so bad because they want no part of him. And then he'll just start barking at them.
Oh my.
He's adorable, and you go places with him. We went to Rising Park in Lancaster, and it's like bringing a baby somewhere. You know how everyone flocks over and thinks the baby's so cute until they get big?
Right.
Oh my god, so many people are like, oh, he's adorable, and then want to, sit and talk to you.
We have that dog park here in Pickerington.
Yeah,
Do you have one?
called? We do have one. Somewhere in Pataskala.
Pickerington Dog Park?
Where?
They don't have cat parks. I don't know. Oh, it's in downtown Pickerington.
Oh, okay. I had read something though. That was saying you shouldn't take your dog to a place like that until they've had all their shots.
Oh
Whatever.
yeah.
So
he's still young.
yeah. I think at 4 months he could go.
Okay.
He gets his rabies at 4 months.
Then I'm not coming over if he bites me. He could be rabid. Does he foam?
No, he doesn't foam. But when he wants to play, he gets a scary look in his face. It's kind of like
He needs dog training.
yeah, he does. He really does. I think we're gonna take him.
All right. Well, I'm gonna play with these needles. Really, are these new needles? They're not even needles. It's like fist knitting.
Oh, 29:33.
Okay, we gotta go.
Hey, the cherry's gonna turn to a pumpkin in 20 seconds.
Have a good 2 weeks, and we'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back. Thanks for watching.
Bye.